Hello everyone, welcome back to another video on Dreamscape. Again, we're doing quite regular uploads now and it's really going very well, so I'm pretty happy about that. So for anybody that's landed here, that's a regular on the page, I just want to say thank you for all the engagement. It really does help the channel and I'm really enjoying it. So what I've decided to do today is I'm going to repeat the first video that was on my channel, the first proper video. Back early this year, probably February or March, I decided to do a car washing video of the A45 S, and I'll be honest, it wasn't some of my best work because it was my first video. So what we're going to do is we're going to repeat that today, and I'm going to make this a whole lot better, and we're going to go back through the washing routine again with some small changes to the sequence and the products that I'm using. So yeah, join me today. We've got a car show tomorrow at Knockhill Racing Circuit in Scotland called Intake, and the A45 S is on a show stand with 99 Society German Auto Club, so we can't take it up there looking like that. So yeah, enjoy this video. I'm me washing the A45 S, and if you're enjoying this, hit like, hit subscribe. Let's get stuck in. Well, it's quite a gloomy day today, as you can see. We don't always win with the weather in Scotland. It's pretty dull, so I'm going to need to put a wee bit of brightness into these clips when I do the editing. So what we'll do is, we'll start from the beginning. We'll go over all of the washing routine, right? I'm not going to have the washing routine of the actual car going on forever. I'll speed things up a wee bit so the video isn't too monotonous, but let's go through all of the stuff, right? So we'll start with the 2-bucket method. So as described, and a lot of my videos and a lot of my TikToks as well, that we always use the 2-bucket method, especially because this car is the Magno satin paint. It is incredibly difficult to look after and you need to avoid rubbing any grit into the paint. So the 2-bucket method is one way where you can kind of stop that from happening. So you keep your hot soapy water in one bucket and then you keep some cold fresh water in this bucket, and every time you take the wash mitt off the car, you put it in the cold fresh water, squeeze it, drain the water out of that, and that takes any of the kind of dirty grit away before you put it back in your warm soapy water. That's the kind of main way that detailers try and maintain the paintwork without rubbing any unnecessary dirt or grit into the paint. So the buckets are empty right now, but I'm going to fill them up. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go and grab my products that I'm going to put in, and we're going to go over them. Right, we'll start with the shampoo then. So this is Autoglim Foaming Car Wash. There we go. So this is pH neutral and it's safe for matte and satin cars because it doesn't have any gloss or any wax in it. So if you've got a normal gloss kind of metallic car, then it's fine. You can use pretty much whatever you want. But if you're going to be washing a satin car, you need to be sticking with products that don't have any gloss or wax in them because that will ruin the finish. Okay, so that's what goes in the bucket with the warm water. Then for snow foam, I'm going to use, for the most part, I'm going to use Autoglim Polar Wash, which is another of that same range of shampoo, but it's all pH neutral, no gloss, no wax, nothing like that in it. So it's safe for this finish. But again, you can experiment with different types of snow foam. You don't always need to stick to the same one. And as for wheel cleaner, so I've talked about this a lot in previous videos. So this is Turtle Wax Redline Wheel Cleaner. So when you're dealing with a car, especially ones that have got big brakes like this car, the brake dust is going to be a problem for you. So what you want to do is you want to put that on the wheels, you want to let it set for about 10 minutes, and that kind of gets rid of all the grime and the brake dust. But I will show that up close working in this video. So fairly simple routine for me. The only difference that I've got today is I bought a new snow foam gun from Karcher, and it came with Karcher Ultra Wash snow foam in it. I don't want to pour it out and waste it. I've done some research online and it says that that is pH neutral and is safe for this finish on the car. So actually, instead of using Polar Wash for the first couple of foams in this car today, I'm going to be using Karcher's own Ultra Wash snow foam. So I'll get that in a minute and I'll bring it out and I'll show you exactly the product that I'm talking about. But yeah, that's the only small change to the routine for today. Let's talk a wee bit about the process then. So I'm going to make this brief because I know everybody wants to get to the snow foam bit. So for this car, right, this is a satin, Magno satin paint code. I keep saying this, so if you've been on my channel for a long time, you're going to know what colour this is, right? But you have to look after this paint in a different way to others. And I just want to make it clear in these videos so that people don't, you know, think that you can just wash a satin or a matte car with any product you want. So as I said, all products that you use have to be non-gloss, non-wax, non kind of finishes in them, or else over time it will change the finish of the satin paint, all right? Now, there's a bit missing from my routine to what you might have in your routine if you've got a kind of normal metallic glossy finished car, is that you might want to apply some sort of quick detailer or some sort of spray on kind of waxy finish. I can't do that on this car, so there's a whole section missing from my routine that a lot of people would do. So this is specifically a satin care routine that I've got. Now, the routine that I'm about to show you, you can copy and then you can bolt on another wee bit of quick detailer at the end if that's the paint finish you've got in your car. So I don't want people to think that I've stopped halfway and not finished the job. The reason that I'm not doing any of that type of stuff is because you cannot put that anywhere near a satin car, all right? Oh God, it's so windy. Right, so my routine is going to be today, which you'll see, is going to be, some might call this OCD, but I call it protecting my paint. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to snow foam the car once, whilst the red line wheel cleaner's on the wheels. I'm going to let the red line wheel cleaner set on the wheels, and I'm going to let the snow foam run down the car. That's going to be the first snow foam. That's going to get all the surface dirt off. Whilst I'm jet washing that snow foam off, I'm going to jet wash the red line wheel cleaner off the wheels, which you'll get a close up of. Then I'm going to foam the car again. I'm going to let that sit for another couple of minutes, and then I'm going to jet wash that off as well before I do a contact wash. So that's 2 sessions of snow foam before I do a contact wash. Now, some would call that overkill and a waste of snow foam, but it kind of does its best to guarantee that I've got all of the surface grit off of the paint before I do a contact wash, because as I said, it's too easy to just rub a wee bit of grit into this paint. You've got a scratch then that you can't fix, you can't polish out because of the finish. So if you're going to copy this routine, you certainly don't have to do 2 snow foam sessions before you touch it with a contact wash. You make your own judgment on it, but that is part of my routine. Then after I've done that, I'll spray snow foam on the car for a 3rd time, and then that's when I'll go for a contact wash. So I'll contact wash the whole body, and I'll do everything, all the paint on the car, and then once I jet wash that off, that's me finished with the kind of paint on the car. I'll then go and sit down and do the wheels, and I'll try my best to get in about them with the sponge and all that, and I'll clean them up as best I can, obviously noting that the brake dust is on the inside of the barrels, so it is going to be a wheels off the car job to clean them, which is a whole other video. All right, then what I've got is a new tool, which I'm going to get right now. Managed to get myself a DeWalt leaf blower, which is very handy. So especially on days like this, that's going to blow all the surface water off the car before I touch it with my drying tools. But I'll go through all of this process in detail whilst I'm doing it. Okay, so as I said, red line wheel cleaner. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to keep this camera here on the tripod, and I'm going to get some close-ups with another camera of this stuff working, all right? So I'm going to go around all 4 wheels right now, and I'm going to spray it on. I'm going to be quite generous with this product because I do feel as if the brake dust on this car is awful. You just make your own judgment on how much you want to use, but I'm going to be quite generous. So I'm going to speed this bit up, and then I'll show you some close-ups of it working. Okay, the product that we were talking about earlier, so Karcher Bring Back the Wall. So I bought this snow foam bottle today, and it came already full with ultra foam cleaner, which is this here. So I don't want to waste this and pour it out, so I'm going to use it today. So this is pretty much a wee product test that we're getting as well in this video. So as you can see, the red line wheel cleaner has been working its magic on the wheels. Put some close-ups in so you can see. I'm going to foam the car, and then we'll get to the jet washing bit. Right, so as I explained, this is going to be foam number 1, so we're going to let that drip. I always think that the red and kind of purple stuff that comes off the red line cleaner looks really nice with a wee bit of white snow foam on it. So I'm going to get around the car for some close-ups right now so you can see ASMR. Right, I'm going to put the GoPro camera as close as I can to the wheel when I'm jet washing this red line wheel cleaner off so that you can see just the job that it's done. Right, so we were, I was cleaning, so I had a bit of a YouTube disaster there. I was right in the middle of the flow of the car washing video, and both the jet wash attachment got all jammed and got broke, and at the same time the attachment onto the actual jet wash blew off and all the teeth are all chewed. So Liam just arrived and we had to go to B&Q in Halfords and we had to go and buy new stuff. So we've managed to get, here's Liam way over there, we've managed to get an extension, so I've now got a 12-metre hose, which means I can walk all the way around the car and I don't need to move the jet wash. So apologies for that. So when I was getting the red line wheel cleaner off, I didn't use the jet wash because I was right in the middle of that disaster. So I had to get all the snow foam off the car so it wasn't drying on the paint and go away and deal with that. But we're back now. So we are currently at stage 2 of the routine, so we're going to foam the car for the second time now, right? So apologies for that small interruption. We're back. Right, going to go for snow foam number 2. I'm trying to keep the microphone out the wind here because it's really windy. It started raining now after all that disaster, so let's get stuck in with snow foam number 2. Right, as I explained at the beginning, Scotland is never nice to us. So ever since the jet wash disaster, we've literally had non-stop rain. So we're on stage 2 of snow foam. I'm going to wash it off now. The rain's already done half the job for me. Liam's standing there with his hood up. So just in case you were wondering, Scotland's a miserable place. Okay, so stage 2 snow foam complete now. A bit of a journey to get here today, but anyway, we're done, right? So what we're going to do now, let the car dry a little bit, then we're going to foam it for a third time. And I know I keep saying this, but the reason I do it 3 times is because of the satin paint. You don't need to do it 3 times. Don't waste your snow foam. And then we'll go for a contact wash with the wash mitt with the 2 bucket method, as I described before. So we're going to do another wee ASMR clip. We're going to try and run 2 cameras and give it a wee trial. Yeah, let's get the snow foam back on this car and we'll get a contact wash done. Okay, contact wash time. So the snow foam goes on really thick, as you'll have seen from the clips, but because the car is satin, it just kind of runs off like this, right? So what I'm going to do now is 2 bucket method, contact wash. So, wee bit of expert camera work for Liam there. So we've got contact wash complete now. As you can see, the snow foam's all starting to run off. So we just need to get the jet wash lines and let's get all the snow foam off before we go for the wheels. God, we're getting blown about here. This is not flattering for any male that's struggling with their hairline. Right, so that's all the snow foam off. Some really good clips there, so really happy with the standard of that. Going to go in now and do the wheels, which is the worst part of the task. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to film one wheel and just keep that bit brief because we know that that's the worst bit about washing a car, right? And then we've got a wee surprise. We're going to get the leaf blower out. We're going to dry this car and then it's going to rain, but it's all for the content. Right, so what we're going to do is we need to get this car dried, and I know it's going to rain in about 15 minutes, right? But we're going to dry them anyway, and with a wee opportunity here, so we're going to go DeWalt versus Makita here. Right, and we're going to dry this car. Liam's going to take one side, I'm going to take another. We'll get this done quick. So if we do this properly, we should really only need to use one drying towel, because this gets all the excess off. Because this is a satin car, the water doesn't run off as easily as other cars. So we'll start at the top, we'll dry all the roof, work our way down the bonnet, and then we'll attack the wheels and everything, right? So let's see who does best. Okay, some people would probably argue that your effort's better spent with 2 drying towels, but what we're trying to do here is we're trying to minimise the amount of times that we're touching the paint, because obviously we don't want to rub any grit into the paint, as I keep saying. So these are really good for getting the surface water off, and I would say the side of the car is actually dry. So let's get a drying towel now, and we'll just get all the kind of residual water off with a drying towel, and that'll be us. Right, I'm going to do a bit of tyre shine, right? So I've had this tyre shine for about 10 years and it's never ran out. High performance tyre gel. I've got black gloves on because it gets everywhere, and this applicator's about 100 years old and all. So we're going to drop in with a close-up clip by putting some of this tyre shine on. Right, well that's us, finished. So we're going to intake car show tomorrow at Knockhill. Now, I don't know when this video is going to come out. This is either going to come out before or after intake. I haven't decided yet. It depends how good the video is at intake, because if it's a belter, that'll be going out first. But anyway, this was us prepping the car for intake, car show at Knockhill. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to close out this talking section here, and I'm going to drop into some close-up clips of how clean and how good the car looks now, and then that's going to be the video over. So Liam, where are you, mate? Thank you very much for helping me with that disaster that I had today. We had all the jet wash components all broken today, but Liam came and helped to fix it. So that's us. Remember, if you're enjoying it, you need to hit like, you need to hit subscribe, you need to get involved with Dreamscape. It really does help the channel. We've been growing really fast lately, and it feels really good, and we want to keep delivering for you. So that's going to be the end of this bit. Let's look at some close-up clips. Boom.